Hey folks, I'm Mr. Hartzler, and I wanted to talk to you in this video about how to make the straight track for Project Lead the Way's intro engineering design class, and this is the miniature train project. So just so you are aware, I am basing everything off of the plans from Project Lead the Way, and I want to let you know, and all of my students especially, I might have forgotten something, might have made an error. Just keep that in mind. But as we go, you should be able to pretty much follow along and make the straight track. So I'm making the straight track. I have Inventor already open. I'm going to start a sketch. Your screen might look a little bit different than mine. I have it set up as a presenter. It's fine. I'm picking the XZ plane. You notice it kind of centers itself up. I don't really care about the box. We can always adjust that later. And I am going to start off by making a rectangle. We are 3.4 inches deep. We are 12 inches long. Zoom out so you can see the whole thing. Beautiful. I'm going to extrude all of this now so it's the proper height. Should be 1. Awesome. Now I'm going to cut the 2 long slits. The 2 long slits are kind of nice. They give me kind of an eyeball where everything else goes, and a lot of things are based off of those. So here we are. Starting on top. I'm going to zoom out and kind of recenter it because I like it being in the center. And I'm going to do 2 rectangles. Sorry about that. Got interrupted by a student. Kids always want in the building or out of the building. You're either fighting to get in or fighting to get out. Hard to know what they really want. All right, so over on the left screen, I started a rectangle. I'm coming out and down. At this point, I'm just going to make sure it goes all the way to the other side. And I'm going to make a general rectangle. There it is. Now I'm going to dimension it. I'm going to go from this side to this side. Oh, didn't get that last one. There it is. This one, looking at my plans. Oh, let's see here. They are 0.4. Plans are really small. They're very small numbers in there. 0.4 over from that side. And then the next one is, how far is the next one? That one there, 0.75. There's that. Awesome. Thin little slit. I'm now going to do the same thing, but for the slit on the other side. So again, I'm going to give myself a little rectangle. Just going to make sure it goes all the way to the other side. And I don't care about any of the other dimensions. I just want it to go all the way over to the other edge. Now I'm going to dimension. One of the things they do is they go from the same side over to this every single time. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit in a little so you can kind of see what's going on. Come over here. This one is, I believe, 2.025. Oh, I got that last one wrong. This one here should be 3. The last one should actually be 2.65. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Now I need to extrude both of these. Hit E for extrude. I'm going to click on just these 2 sections that I want to extrude out. They're coming towards me right now, but I actually want them to be a cut. So I'm going to change it on my little box here to a cut. I don't want it to go all the way through, so I have to change the distance. And we go 0.1875 down. And that doesn't look too bad, at least not for a start, you know. So I'm going to start on the top. If you hear a little whining in the back, it's my 3D printer over there going. Some kids are done with their train, so we're just printing like crazy. I only have 2 printers. I need like 30. Anyway, I'm going to put a circle over here. This is going to be the part that sticks out. Let's just put a generic circle there. And you know what? Let's just put a crazy old rectangle here. Whoop. Boom. Done. Not quite. Let's dimension it. So the dimension, or the diameter of the circle is 0.7, but keep in mind they gave that to me as a radius, so I have to multiply that by 2. I can do that right in the program, folks. You don't have to get a calculator out for that, or mental math, but anyway, Inventor will do it if you want it to. So that's 1.4. I need to make sure it's centered, so I'm going to dimension from here to here, which should be 1.7. Yep. There we go. Now I need to do my box. And how do they dimension that one? It is 0.6 wide, so let's do that little part first. If it'll let me. Here it is. 0.6 wide. Now I just need to put it in the middle. I am going to dimension from this side to the center. And I only want that to be 0.3. That puts it so the box should be in the middle now, and it looks like it is. Awesome. I'm going to trim some stuff away so that everything comes out a little bit neater because I don't need this chunk in here. I don't need this chunk, or this chunk, but I dimensioned that one, so it won't let me delete it. Doesn't matter. Should still let me extrude it. So I'd say 3D model. Let's extrude. Click on it. It's going the wrong direction, and it should be further than that. It should be a 1. So to change the direction, hit this little box down here. Goes down. Awesome. I shouldn't see any little line right here. If I do, that just means that for some reason it's off center. Now we got to do a little cutout on the other side. So I'm going to start a sketch on my top again. I'm going to do this similar thing. I'm just going to do a little circle. Try not to have it lock on any point. And it was a radius of 0.7, so it's 1.4 as a diameter. I am going to center this one because I chose to this time, I guess. It is 1.7 over. Hopefully you remember some of these might make things a little bit faster for you. Some of them might be different though. So like how far in are we? Or yes, how far in are we? 1 to the center of the circle. Then I need to do a cute little rectangle over here. Again, I'm just doing a generic rectangle and then I dimension it. So from here to this side, 1.375. Looks about right. And then the whole box should be 0.6. Looks like I guessed pretty close. There's that. And now I'm going to try to extrude it and just click on the boxes both as is. You notice I just clicked on them. I didn't even trim this time. Because, you know, sometimes it's nice to be lazy. Change it to a cut. And it looks like it's cut out. Awesome. Hit OK. Hit the house because you like to see what it looks like from the house view. There it is. Nice cut out. Ready to go. If you're one of my students and you're going to be printing this, I am perfectly fine if you change the depth here. So that was extrusion 1. Actually, it's all of these, but I'm going to do extrusion 1 first. I'm going to edit that. Double click. And I'm going to change this, I think, to a 1/2 inch. I think it's just going to look better when we 3D print it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to change. I'm actually going to leave the track the same. Leave that one alone. That was extrusion 2 for me. Everything else, I'm going to change them to a 1/2 inch. I think it's just going to look better. Actually, the whole, I guess it doesn't really matter. But I think this is going to look better when you 3D print them. I'll show you an example here. This is one of my students right there. Maybe the blue one will show up better. Here we go. Yep, this one's Lauren's. And it's nice, but again, I think this is just a little bit too thick. I would rather that be a little bit thinner if it were me. I don't care. You like it thicker like that, it's fine. But this was the straight track. This is like a 7-minute video, and there was another one from before the student came in, so there's that too. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, please click that like button that's down below, down below over here somewhere. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. I like seeing that the subscribe goes up. And if you have questions, please comment, leave something down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm usually pretty quick about it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.